Hello guys, welcome to the latest episode of Every Platform, and welcome today to Beverley station located in East Yorkshire, as today we're going to be doing the Yorkshire Coast Line, which goes out to Scarborough. We're also going to be doing the line between Scarborough and York, so we will be visiting Malton and Seamer as well, because obviously we've done Scarborough and we've done York, so Malton and Seamer will be the two that we need to do today, as well as all the stations between here, Beverley, and Scarborough. We're not doing Cottingham due to disruption that we've had this morning. We were intending to do Cottingham, but due to a fault of the level crossing out at Driffield, we've had to start the day a little bit later than planned and get the train out to Beverley and then meet up with the train we were meant to get at Cottingham. We're going to meet up with it here instead. So if you do check out the updates on trips and posts, please do check out my Facebook group and also check out my Instagram, KTVids, for story updates, and also my Twitter, KTVids96. So joining today we have SG-21 with a hat. We have Mr. Alex's Trains. We have him, who TGS UK, whatever your channel name is now.
It's been the same every single time we've done a trip, and you still can't get it correct.
Nope.
You are childish.
What's your name then?
TGS UK, of course.
I just said that, didn't I?
Yeah, but every time you've forgotten.
I remembered that time.
Yeah, how many other times have you forgotten?
Too many.
Exactly. Fraud.
Just like Man City. Anyway, and also Yorkshire train enthusiast there, who actually is a Man City fan.
Yes.
That's disgusting. Shut up, like your treble. Anyway, so without further ado, let's begin today's episode of Every Platform here at Beverley. Enjoy. Okay, so a couple facts about the station, which we'll share with you. This station is located in the town of Beverley in the East Riding of Yorkshire, if you want to be specific. The station actually served Hull trains from 2015 onwards. So it was actually only up until before that. Obviously, Hull trains only went to, believe it or not, Hull. So yeah, they only did that. In between that as well, well, not in between that, but there is also another line which goes via a place called Market Weighton. They've obviously contemplated but considered for a long time to reopen that line. But have we heard anything? Absolutely not. The station as well has a very nice canopy, which I think I remember Beverley having. I've never actually been here, but I remember reading up about some stations that had like almost like a train shed style canopy, and Beverley was one of them. Oh look, an E200. Anyway, so that's the announcement for our train to Bridlington. We're going to take it to Driffield, and that's Beverley for you. I'm sorry it's going to be a short stay, just because of the fact that this is our shortest stay, I think. But yeah, next stop is Driffield. Okay, arriving in now is the 11:14 Northern service from York to Bridlington, and we're going to take this to Driffield, and it is going to be 155,342. We'll take this to Driffield. I'll update you soon. Right, we're now arriving to Driffield. And also going out, there's 153,342, and going out there, it's 155,343. The other one's also 155. That one was heading to York, but it looks like it's only going to Hull now. off that one goes. So we'll update you about Driffield in just a moment. Okay, arriving in now is the 11:48 Northern service from Hull to Scarborough. This one calling here at Driffield and then going straight to Bridlington, which is not where we're going. Yeah, 170-476 on this one. Okay, going up now is the 11:48 service to Scarborough. That's 170-476 there. That's calling at Driffield, Bempton, Hummonby, Filey, Seamer and Scarborough. So there that one goes. Huh? Sorry, I said Bridlington. Okay, it's calling at Bridlington, Bempton, Hummonby, Filey, Seamer and Scarborough. There we go. I said Driffield, didn't I? Oops. Yeah. I meant Bridlington. Anyway, update you soon. Right, so this is Driffield station, located in the town of Driffield in East Riding of Yorkshire. Going to be saying that a lot today. East Riding of Yorkshire is its official name. So this station has had a history of station masters. They've listed them, but too many to name. Not doing that. What is to note about this station? It opened in 1846. And it was actually called the Malton and Driffield Railway. That's who opened it. Yeah, there's not a great deal of information about the station, to be honest with you. It's but it is relatively old. Like I said, the 1840s it opened. The town itself, there is a village actually called Little Driffield, which isn't too far away from here either. But yeah, it was also listed as one of the best places to live in Northern England in 2019, but still Driffield was listed as one of those places that was the best place to live. To be honest, the station looks really lovely. It's been well looked after, it's been well kept, well everything, so you know what, they're really good. The next station for us is Hutton Cranswick. I'll update you soon. Okay, so we've now just made it into Hutton Cranswick by the skin of our teeth. Bit of context, we just caught a bus from Driffield, operated by East Yorkshire. Also a bit of context, so a little bit about East Yorkshire as a company. So my local bus company, Plymouth City Bus, have taken on I think about 5 or 6 of their ex 56 plated E200s, and I've noticed the seats on the normal either settees on East Yorkshire's current buses, the seat layout is the same. It just took me back to a moment where I just relived a horrible wave of urban 90 seats back in Plymouth, and I looked at that design and I was like, it's just like being back home. No. Oh, we can talk about that later. But yeah, here we are, Hutton Cranswick. Update in a sec. Right, arriving in is going to be the delayed 12:18 Northern service from Bridlington to Hull, formed of 155-342, which we had earlier. This station, Hutton Cranswick, just whilst we talk, is located in the village of Hutton Cranswick. And it did actually used to have this big building here. Used to be much more important than what it is now. Used to be the station office where you could get the tickets. Can't anymore though. Here's 155-342. before this as well, it looks like it used to be just this platform, and then they extended it all the way out here, because it looks like that, or they just sort of they've risen the platform.
Yeah, they've got a
Because obviously the gap is a bit smaller down here. So yeah, so that's Hutton Cranswick done. The next stop for us is Nafferton. I'll update you in a sec. Okay, arriving in now is going to be the slight delay, 12:24 northern service from Hull, no, this is from York to Bridlington, and this is another 155. This one is 155347, and we're going to take this to Nafferton. Update you shortly. Right, so we've now reached Nafferton station. The final now is 155347. Down there toning for the whistle board that's just beyond the station. So this station is Nafferton. For a start, it isn't actually that naff. It's really nice. Terrible joke, I'm sorry. We'll update you more about this station in a moment. There goes 17478. So it's been cutting the grass on the way. Heading off to Scarborough from Hull. So very quickly, so this station, Nafferton, is located again in the village of Nafferton. The station itself is quite nice actually, but it is located just right next to a country road, so country lane even, so, or yeah, country road. So it's it sort of leads into the countryside. It looks really, really nice, and the Tour de France is moved into England. Very nice. So what is there to know about this station? Well, like I've already said, excuse me, this station is in the village of Nafferton. The station doesn't actually have a great deal about it. The interesting thing though is this building was given grade 2 listed status, so this is a grade 2 listed building, and as you can tell, they've obviously created a lot of railway related art. There's also Nafferton in Bloom, 25 years, so obviously they've wanted to maintain the station, make it look really, really nice, which is good. But yeah, it's only a little village in East Yorkshire, and it's yeah, really, really nice. And this station's just been really nice to wait at and chill out at. It's been a very hectic morning, and I feel like we've sort of been able to wind down a bit by coming here. So this platform is for Hull, and the other platform is for Bridlington and Scarborough. But they haven't, I think they've said it in the northern way because they forgot the UGH. So yeah, our next station is going to be an interesting one, but we won't tell you till we get there. Okay, arriving in now is going to be the 1307 northern service from Bridlington to York. Actually, this one's going to York. When it leaves Hull, it calls it Brough, Gilverdyke, Howden, Selby and Hull. I know some of them call it Sherburn and Elmet as well, but that one isn't.
And Hull?
York even. I'm not with it today. And some of them also call it the very underused Ullskelf, which is near York as well. But again, in fact, actually, no, that's the 1407. The 1407's calling there. Call it Sherburn and Elmet, Church Fenton, Ullskelf and York as well. But that's the next hour. Right, 155347, stopping up there. And we'll update you when we reach Aram at the next station. Right, we've just now reached Aram station. And my God, the gap Right, so that was interesting. The gap between the train and the platform here is massively low.
Mainland Europe or what?
Well, this reminds me of when I was in North Wales, because this happened there as well. Except with North Wales, they actually had a step that helps you. With here, they've got a raised platform that they'll probably just tell you to use, unless you feel brave enough. Yeah, they got it on many areas. But yeah, this station is Aram. Now, this station is the least served of all the stations on the branch, or on the line. The station serves 6 trains a day in each direction, with obviously York to Bridlington services. And the station essentially just serves farmland. It's in a really rural area. I cannot say it. Rural area. It's a bit of a tongue twister, that. And it's yeah, it's nice, and the view out when you saw the train leave is really nice. That there, beautiful. So a nice little curve. I think it's a straight track beyond, which goes towards Bridlington. And yeah, so this village has absolutely nothing here. The buses are only served on school days, and yeah, there's no frequently local buses anywhere around the area at all. The only place here is a rail replacement bus stop, which is just outside. But otherwise, you've got to call a taxi or walk. So, which we're not doing. We're going to wait for another train, which is just under an hour, to go and visit Bridlington. But yeah, this station is the one I wanted to show you the most, because it's another one of those challenging ones which we managed to complete. And my God, is it? It's mad. Right, passing through now, we've got a northern service which is to Bridlington. (155-346). Nice two-tone. No, nice four-tone actually. That's pretty cool. Right, so but yeah, this station, the only thing that's here is this house, but it's privately owned. But there's literally nothing around here. It is literally a nothing station. Speaking of nothing stations, the next every platform video you see after this one will be full of them. So I'm obviously building that out because I've already told you what it is, but just a reminder that it is it is coming soon. Every platform from the far north, it is coming soon. I just like to build that one up because it's a very big episode.
Can someone explain this absolute monstrosity, please?
Well, Cam thinks it's illegal, don't you?
Yeah, because how? I'm sorry, but the step to get on the train is at my fucking hip.
Excuse the language.
Well, that's why I said it quietly. Well, down there it's even fucking worse.
Anyway, he has a point though. It is literally borderline crazy. So that's probably why they've got that raised bit there, so if anyone who struggles can get off that way. Not fun when a train's busy though, I bet. But also fine because not a lot of people get off there. Anyway, I'll update you soon. Right, passing through now, we've got a service from Hull to Scarborough. (170-477) there. You see the station's just so quiet and dead. There's literally no one here other than us. So, yeah. Right, passing through now, we've got a service to Hull from Scarborough. There that one goes. Good two-tone, Doppler as well. Heading off to Hull. In a moment, our train will be arriving in to take us to Bridlington. I'll update you soon. Right, arriving in now is going to be the 1418 Northern service to Bridlington, which is 155-341. This one is coming from York. Right, we've just reached Bridlington, station off of 155341. Nice journey. Now, the first thing that strikes you as you actually come here to Bridlington is the platform numbers. Platforms 4, 5 and 6, because that makes total sense. So the history behind that is I believe the station used to be a lot bigger than what it used to be. Judging by the platform numbers, I believe it's going in from 4 on the left there to 6 on the right, so the station must have been more so over there for more trains that led over. But now it's just 3 platforms. This is the Bay platform, platform 6, and then obviously platform 5 here and platform 4. 5 is for things coming from Scarborough and 4 going to Scarborough. So yes, so yeah, this is the only station we've been to today with 3 platforms as well. So this is Bridlington. So as expected, there is a lot of history about the platforms here. So yes, there did used to be 6 platforms, or actually there used to be 7, 8 platforms. 7 and 8 used to be platforms purely built for excursions, so they were only ever used for that. Platforms 1 to 3, they had a bit more of a use. So there was it had a canopy design a bit similar to that of Beverley, and then platform 3 was also like an avoid platform, so like in case trains got disrupted. So yeah, as you can tell, the building there has been closed off. They're doing a lot of work because this year they're trying to install lifts here because they don't currently have it, which is interesting. The present concourse remains, which is this bit here, but it was really interesting because this station was a really big area for the excursion market because of everyone wanting to go to Scarborough. So, and Filey, yeah, but mainly Scarborough, let's be real. Filey as well, definitely, but Scarborough for the most part. Yeah, that is basically Bridlington station. There's a lot more to it. There's a lot of history we could tell, but you know, you can also do the digging online and you will see all the information about how historic the station actually is, because looking up at the catenary you can tell that it hasn't really changed. Maybe it's had a bit of work done up to it, but the brick walls and everything like that, the overall design structure of the ticket office and everything in here hasn't changed a bit, which is really, really nice. We're going to take a look at the entrance of the station in a second as well, because that's also quite nice, and we'll go from there. Okay, to find out now is the 1456 Northern service to Hull, to York. So there that one goes. The next stop for that one will be Hutton. Now, this is also where the stretch where we've basically had trains every 30 minutes. That's where this comes to an end, as the next 3 stations we visit, which are, well, the next one we visit is going to be Bempton, but we're kind of going to go there a different way, because what we're going to do is we wanted to get one of the so there's a bus company that operates in Filey called SS Sun Cruisers, and they run a bus between Filey and Scarborough, which is operated by none other than an ALX 400. So of course we wanted to make time to go and get it, which is exactly what we're doing. We're getting the second before last bus, 4:25, and we're going to take that to Scarborough, so you will see footage of Scarborough as well. And then we're going to come back to do Bempton, Filey and Hunmanby, not in that order, and then yeah, we'll then make our way to do the other 2, Seymour and Moulton. So that's still to come, so keep your eyes peeled. The video's still going. It's started kind of rubbish, but it's improved. Let's just hope it keeps improving, fingers crossed. So here's the entrance to Bridlington. Like I said, I was going to show you. Grade 2 listed as well. Really, really nice. Got a Roman numeric clock up there as well. Doesn't look like it's working though. Doesn't look like it's worked for ages actually. But yeah, the station actually very, very quiet, but has a lot going on for some in terms of the design for somewhere so quiet in terms of trains and people as well, actually. So yeah, anyway, we're going to make our way over to the next stop. Well, we're going to head up on the bus now to Filey. I'll update you soon. Share with you guys the absolute awesomeness that is the 555, which we're on at the moment between Filey and Scarborough, and we're going to update you when we get there. But I just wanted to share with you this clip of how amazing this ALX 400 sounds.
It sounds ruined.
Well done for not swearing. Yeah, it's a Hoover, as you'll be able to tell now. Very quickly, what do we think? Good bus?
Yes.
Good bus? Good bus? We're loving life, it's amazing. Good bus, Cam? Update you when we get to Scarborough. Right, we've now reached Scarborough. We're only here for a flying visit, unfortunately, but Scarbados I have already covered on every platform. We have 174.476, excuse me, and we're going to be taking it over to Bempton. So the ALX 400, that has gone down as my favourite bus, that one I've ever sat on. I can't get over how good it was. Just insane, honestly, absolutely insane. It did sound like a Hoover, so obviously it is getting on, but I just learned that bus is from 2000, entered service in 2000. That is mental. How it's still in service and how it's navigating all the hills on that 555 route is crazy. So it's going to take some beating, I think. Anyway, the next station is Bempton, which has no bus connection, so we're just going to be waiting there for the next train. We'll update you when we reach it. Right, we've now reached Bempton station. Now we're on a single track section between Scarborough and Bridlington. That noise might go on for a while. No, it won't. It'll stop now. So, we'll talk more about the station in a minute. But this is one of a couple of single platform stations on the line, along with Hummonby and... No, actually, no, Hummonby isn't, but Bempton is. And so is Filey, which we'll visit later. But, for now, this is Bempton. We'll update you in a minute. Hang on.
We need to do it.
Right, so... you guys know that before we've done the wick test. Well, unfortunately with this one, wick doesn't work, so instead we've gone for Penzance, which is actually further away, I think. So The price of that is...
Oh, it's probably because...
It's saying please wait because it doesn't work properly.
Oh no.
Wait.
Oh no, it doesn't.
No, you can't do that. But it is anytime single first class. Actually, no, singles each way. Singles each way. Or anytime, yeah. $5 grand.
$5 grand
for 9 people.
And it probably goes up a bit more. Yep, $6 grand first class, $7 grand. $8 grand to do singles each way in first class anytime. This railway, oh my god. Update you soon. That's ridiculous. Just very quickly, a couple of notes on Bempton Station. This station is near Bempton Cliffs, which is home to an RSPB reserve. Probably the only thing that's around this station that's of interest, to be honest, because this place doesn't get a lot of stuff. There's no bus service around there. It's Monday to Friday, very limited services that run to Bridlington only. The station did also used to have 2 platforms and a signal box, but hence they've been removed. The level crossing is automated, but before that, obviously the signal box used to supervise it, so obviously, you know, a lot that would have happened with all crossings at one time. But like I say, it used to have 2 platforms, and there was a good siding and a weighbridge that were located immediately north of this station as well, which again are now defunct. The house you saw, which is the little one over there, you can see in the distance, is owned privately. So again, nothing, you know, obviously it's a station house, probably quite expensive. I don't know, maybe. But yeah, that is Bempton. As for the place itself, there's not a lot of facts near to it. It is near the North Sea coast. And that is the tone for our train, which is on its way to take us to Hunmanby. Yeah, there's not a great deal of facts about the place, but yeah, just a little village, just a little basic village with all your basic amenities. So I'll stop yapping. Arriving in is the 1810 Northern service to Scarborough from Hull, and this one's going to take myself and Cam to Hunmanby, but Tom, Sophie and Alex are leaving us.
477.
It's 174.77. But for myself and Cam, it's Hunmanby next.
Yay.
We'll update you when we reach there. Right, here we are at Hunmanby. That one, and watch this one go out in a second. And off goes the other one, heading to Hull, 174.78. So this is Hunmanby. I can't even say it properly. This station is the passing loop in between here, well not, in between Bridlington and Seamer. Obviously Bridlington is another loop, passing loop, and then it goes single track through Bempton onwards to here, single track again through Filey, and then double again at Seamer. So it's kind of a weird track layout, but it sort of goes double, single, double, single, double. So yeah. As it's myself and Cam here now for the rest of the video, but this station got a little bit of history to it, as you can see. Yeah, there is a Scarborough Sheffield. There's like 2 a day, I think, something like that anyway.
Well, it's usually
Excuse the coughing, by the way. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. So they've been sent a different way. Anyway, so we'll update you shortly with some more facts about this station. Right, so this building here, this is a self-catering accommodation called the Old Waiting Rooms. Funnily enough, because this building used to be waiting rooms. So, but the interesting thing about it was, we're talking back in the 1800s, sort of early 1900s, where basically this building, when it was served as, you know, public, there used to be a main waiting room, and then there used to be one for ladies only. Back when, I'm not too sure the reason why, but my suspicion is it's back when things were a bit more, when people could be more, I don't know what the word is, sexist. So I don't know whether that's true, but it kind of strikes me as that's the reason. But it probably might also be because for any other reason. So if there is another reason for it, you know, feel free to correct me. But that's just how it strikes me when I see a fact like that, especially since it was such a long time ago. As for the rest of the station, like I say, it is a passing loop, so it does work as that too. Give me to, yeah. So interestingly enough as well, this station had increased patronage because of a way. So this is only a village, so obviously it's one of those everyone knows each other places. But a way that they tried to get people to use the station was by handing out timetables door to door. Now this was a while ago, like mid to late 2000s. But as the years went on, the patronage at the station, so people coming in and out, improved anyway. But they actually did door-to-door timetables, so they dropped the timetables in with people and said, take the train. And people did. That was just something that they did here. I don't know, it's an initiative they didn't really follow in a lot of other places, but they did it here in Hunmanby. So interestingly enough, they did. Anyway, stop yapping on. The next station is Filey, and we're going to make our way there now by bus. I'll update you soon. Right, so we've now reached Filey station. This is the last one we need before we cross over into another line. But here we are at this station. We'll walk in. It's a nice entrance, actually. Yeah, this station. Walk up here a minute. This station actually reminds me a lot of excuse me. This station actually reminds me a lot of Frome because of the way it's designed, the way that the only difference is obviously Frome's one track, this is two platforms. So this is another, I was kind of wrong then, it's two tracks through here as well as two tracks through Hunmanby. So it's double track all the way to Seamer, but it's single track through Bempton. It's quite interesting, that. So there is a train due here shortly, the 1915 Scarborough to Sheffield. We'll see that one go. Our train is 1925 to go to Seamer. We'll update you shortly. Right, approaching in now is the 1915 Northern service from Scarborough to Sheffield. This is one of the only ones of today that's actually going to Sheffield due to engineering works between Hull and Doncaster, because normally it goes the route that they go, but that's shut, so I would imagine this one's going to be going via Brough and Howden to get there. 170-477 again.
like this.
That's the guard we saw earlier on 17477. We saw him at Hummonby as well. He probably doesn't. He's probably a bit confused as to how we've ended up here, but you know, we got a bus. So, just to speak about actually. So today I used, or all of us used, East Yorkshire buses operated by Go Ahead, and that was my first time using them. And I must say, it's actually really nice. Their fleet is really cool, except for E200s, but there we go. But they've got Geminis, Gemini 2s. They've also got some B8 MCV Evolutions,
Yep.
and some B7 Plaxton Centros.
Yep.
I've got E200 MMCs,
Yep.
and regular E200s.
Yep.
I believe they have E400 MMCs and normal
Yes.
Enviro 400s as
Yes,
well.
but they have different variations of the E400s. They
They have Trident ones as well.
I don't think they do.
So it's just like the...
They have X hybrids, which have been converted, I think.
Oh, okay.
They also have B7 versions of
Oh, yeah.
E400s, and I think they have Danish Tridents, but I
don't think they have Tridents now.
I don't think they do. No.
No, because the Dennis Trident ones would be like 06, 07, 08 onwards, and maybe in a little bit...
The Danish Trident 2s stopped coming into production in 2012.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah. But
2012 onwards, it's the E40D chassis, which is the next step up.
yeah, that was the one. Yeah. Well, I think they mostly have the E40Ds. That's all they have now. So,
Yeah, it's pretty much
anyway, so yeah, and also the other company was SS Sun Cruisers, which of course you know my thoughts on that. They were amazing.
yeah, Shoreline.
Shoreline were amazing. Definitely would use them on one of the 3 routes again. But yeah,
Yes, they only have 3 routes of all places.
yeah, they do indeed. So we'll talk more about the station in a moment, but like I say, this station looks lovely, Filey. So yeah. Right, here we are at Filey. Now a couple of facts about this station. The section of line which is northwards towards Seamer, that was actually made single, and it was an economy measure in the 80s. So essentially they were trying to I don't exactly know what they were trying to do actually with an economy measure, but the south bit to Hummonby is all double, that's confirmed. They had a signal box here which was closed in 2000, and then everything was re-signalled. Yeah, so I think everything was given to Seamer then to control. So what else is about the station? I mean, it's not really great. What you'll notice actually here, the footbridge is actually wider than the actual station itself. They actually cut a hole in the station when they built it to accommodate the footbridge. You can see it there. That's brilliant. They actually cut a hole in it. That's one way to solve any design problem, isn't it? Just cut a hole in it and it makes it look nice.
I'm already in the mood.
So yeah. Right, anyway, we'll update you when we head on our train and head to Seamer.
Pardon?
Right, arriving in now is going to be the
I'll see you in a bit.
1925 Northern service from Hull to Scarborough.
456.
Is 174.56. I think this is the one we had at the very start of the day.
I think.
Yeah, it was, from Hull to Beverley. We'll update you when we reach Seamer. Right, the partner now is going to be 174.56. Thought I'd film it from this end. Excuse me. So this station is Seamer. Now we are on the Transpennine North route as well now, so as well as the junction for the Yorkshire coast, this is the Transpennine North route which goes to York. I think there are some extensions a day which go to Liverpool, or is it Manchester? No, it's Manchester.
Sometimes I think it's Liverpool.
Oh yeah, I think sometimes it's Leeds,
Yeah.
and then sometimes it goes even further via Huddersfield to Manchester or Liverpool. I think actually it might be Liverpool Lime Street, 'cause it did used to be Manchester. Oh, we've got a TPE, which is interesting. Yep, we have got a 68 coming in a second, so we'll see that. We'll talk more about the station in a minute. Okay, arriving in now is going to be the 1946 Transpennine Express service from York to Scarborough, and you can hear from the noise it's a 68. Being on the Scarborough end, as you can guess. It is 68024. We'll see this one go out in just a second. Right, going on now is the 1946 to Scarborough. Now that one goes. Don't hold back. They really don't hold back. To be fair, they haven't got much carriages going with it, so that makes sense. So our train is just arriving, but a very quick fact about this station, because I like to add a fact about everywhere, is that this station was actually intentionally built as an island station to stop people from changing at Scarborough to actually get onto Filey or onwards to Hull. So yeah, the design was just completely intentional. But here's our train, 185124. We're going to take this to Malton. I'll do you shortly. Right, the partner now is 185124. It's on the 2012 Transpennine Express service to York. So there goes that one. So this is the last station we need today, Malton, which is clears the line now between well, the North Transpennine section between Scarborough bit. Well, Scarborough bit of the North Transpennine route.
Well, it's the Scarborough side of it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why I just said Scarborough section. So anyway, so sorry if you hear me stutter a bit. My throat is a bit sore, so sometimes it causes my voice to stutter a little bit. Anyway, so we'll update you in just a second. So sorry about the stutter there, but this is Malton, located in the towns of Malton and Norton-on-Derwent in North Yorkshire. So we're doing a little bit of North Yorkshire as well. So this station, actually, there was a proposed development to actually have a half-hourly service to run alongside the 843 Coast Line bus, which we're actually catching in a minute. It was going to provide relief to the A64 trunk road, just basically so it's cheaper. But a lot of people actually use the bus between here and York and Scarborough and York because it's the cheaper option. Even more so now that they've got the £2 spend cap on buses. So yes, there's a couple other facts. There's not too many really to go off of, but there was a petition, and sometimes it's raised, to get the North Yorkshire Moors Railway out here as well, from Pickering to Malton, actually extending it beyond that point. But obviously it only gets raised from time to time, but doesn't actually happen. So yeah, as for that, because it was an interchange between a few other lines, the Malton and Driffield Railway, because it used to go to Driffield from here as well, it was a lot busier than what it is now, so that's also something there. And also Arriva Trains Northern, when they did things, they actually ran to Blackpool from here. Used to do Blackpool North or whatever to Scarborough. Coastal town, it's coastal town. But anyway, that's Moulton done. We're now going to head to York. We'll update you soon. Right, so we're now on a Nova 3 set. Just left Moulton. We opted not to get the 843 in the end. Or more so, we couldn't because the bus was too busy. So we waited for a 68 instead, which is a good alternative. So we're on our way back to York. I'll update you when we get there. My first time on a Nova 3 set as well. It looks really, really nice. And there's Cam enjoying himself. And yeah, I'll update you soon.